Vermont. We spent the evening at the Half Lounge, which is a lovely little bistro. It's a great little spot. It's amazing. They pay comics, and it's great. It's a tiny little town. It's great. Don't go to the bars in the area at all, ever. Because I was very insistent. We had gotten paid by the host in drugs, and I was like, we are going to use these. And we went to the one bar, which is called Gusto's. Don't go to it. I know that because while I was hanging out we were going into the bathroom, it was me and James. There was a line, and there was a bro in front of us. Some bro cut the line, jumped in front of everybody, just went into the bathroom. A waitress saw this, and then banged on the door and went, "Hey, asshole, there are rules here!" And then she left. Which meant that this bro barreled out of there and was like, "Who the fuck knocked on the door?" And just shouted, "Somebody in this bar needs to show some goddamn respect." And then me and James were immediately like, hey, that wasn't us. Honestly, this is actually, have you seen the show Louie? This happens in the first episode of Louie. Which is just this guy does not want reference humor right now, you know? And this other bro was just like, "You know what, it wasn't me, but I'll fight you." And I was like, this is getting crazy. And at this point I turned to James and I'm like, "I think we should go." And I looked, and to my right were some saloon-style doors. James just gone. And the doors were like wiggling aggressively. And I was like, I'm gonna die here. And then we caught up with Sam and Adam, the other half of the Court Stenographers of Comedy, and at the same exact moment, we were like, "We gotta go." And I was like, "What did you see, Adam?" He goes, "Well, I was out on the patio, and everybody started smoking crack." Like, "Get out of Houston." So yeah, don't go to Vermont, it's a blasted heat. Alright, this next comedian coming to the stage has been supporting us for a while. He's a funny dude and tall as fuck. Guys, give a warm welcome to the ironically titled Tiny.
How you guys doing tonight? Give it up for Owen Linders and just this night, you know what I mean? Let's get Boston. I played a lot of gigs in my life, mostly music. A couple years ago, a friend came over and said, we're doing this benefit for a dog shelter, and you love dogs and you think you're funny, so would you be interested? I said, well, that depends. What does it take? And he said, well, there's a bottle of vodka and a deli tray. And I was like, sold. You've reached, it was the highest paying gig of my life, to be honest with you. So I said to him, what are the details? I'd like to hear more about the show. And he said, well, there's going to be a raffle to raise money. There's going to be dancing. And then to close out the night, Keytar Bear is playing. Yeah. And I was like, Keytar Bear? Because at the time, he was like Elvis. Maybe not Elvis, but like he was high in the Boston rankings. So like any gig, I showed up a couple hours before and hung out in the green room with the rest of the performers. And I'm waiting for someone to say this is Keytar Bear, because I have no idea what he looks like. Finally I asked, where's Keytar Bear? And the guy's like, well, the thing about Keytar Bear is he doesn't show or he does. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, did you agree to a payment? And he said, yeah, Keytar Bear pays $200 for 2 hours. And he agreed to it? Yeah, but again, he shows up or he doesn't. Now, I've done music now for about 20 years. I've experienced one other person that has this rule, and that man is Paul McCartney. So in booking lore, we have Paul McCartney and Keytar Bear. So I go up the first time and do a quick monologue, talk about the night, what's going on, and I get off, and I'm like, is Keytar Bear? Is Keytar Bear? No, he's still not here. It's time for my second round, and right before I go up, I say, should I say something like he may not come, he may come, I don't even know? And they're like, no, the show must go on. Let's just assume that he's coming. And I'm getting nervous at this point for Keytar Bear's gig. I don't know if that's ever happened in the history of performance, but so I go up there, I do my second round of monologue, I get off the stage, and the producer says what every producer has ever said to me when I MC a gig is, just a couple of things. Which is never like boy, a mic cord really makes you look thin. Or, it's always like you're too loud and you're drunk and you're drinking on stage, which is like, why are you hiring Sam Kinison when you wanted some guy that's quiet? You write your own joke, you're comedians. So anyway, it's I go down to the dancing area. I come back, and right as I come back, Keytar Bear is plugging in, and he is immediately just rocking. He's like Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder. The guy is an incredible musician. So he finishes his set and goes up to the green room, which is upstairs. And I immediately like beeline, because I'm like, is this guy, I want to get his vibe. I want to see what's doing. And I go up there, he's got the Keytar uniform still on, $200 in his hand, and I say, hey man, Keytar Bear, good to meet you. And without a wince, he just goes, and walked off. My name's Tiny, and that's my time, everybody.
Guys, keep it going, Tiny. All right, guys, this next comic